Hey you guys, welcome back to my page. Welcome back. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hello when you get here. Let me know that you're watching the video tonight. If you see a red live button right up here, you are catching me live. If you don't see that live button, then you are catching the replay. So go ahead and put exclamation point replay in the comments for me. And in just a minute, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. Once you type that in there, I'm going to send you a message with the link with the supply list for everything that we're using tonight, including links for things. Go ahead and click through there, grab the information that you need, skim through the stuff that you don't need. I don't know, you guys. It was say hi when you guys jump on. Oh, man. Okay, so I just got to get my video pulled up here really quick so I can say hello to all of you. Now, I hope that you guys realize that just maybe, what was it, 2 hours ago or so, I did post something on the page that was a poll that I am asking that you guys fill out. Today has been a day when I'm awake. I have been inspired. I've had so many ideas going through my mind of different projects. And I had probably 7 of them all laid out on my bed today. Things that I want to do here in the near future. But the thing is that there's so many things to choose from that I want to hear from you guys about what it is that you want to see. So it's 1 question survey. If you guys haven't done that yet, I'm going to post the link here for you in just a second. Please head over there real quick and just fill out that survey for me so that I know what you guys want. Here we go, you guys. I'm going to pin that to the top. That's the survey. Literally 1 question, y'all. 1 question, and so many of you have already filled that out. The keyword for tonight is fourth, F-O-U-R-T-H, fourth. And I think I already missed a whole bunch of comments here because it doesn't let me go up all the way. Hello, Lola. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Linda. Hello, Kathy and Terry. I'm so sorry if I missed your comment, you guys. It only lets me go so far when I'm on this thing here. Hi, Sue. Hello, Frankie and Dale. Hello, Sissy. Hello, Joanne and Linda. Hi, Lisa Marie. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Terry. Hi, Tammy. Hello, everybody. Fourth is the keyword. Hi, Christine. Please make sure you guys go fill out that poll for me. And I'm going to tell you guys where we're standing at right now. Hi, Christina. With that poll, the question that I asked was, what is it that you want to see more of right now this time of year? Hi, Kathy and Kathy. Wow, Kathy and Kathy. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Peg. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Pam. Thanks for doing the survey, you guys. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry if I missed your name. All right, so the question that we had was, what type of projects do you like most this time of year? And I put on there patriotic. I put Mickey and Minnie. I put Winnie the Pooh, evergreen stuff, spring and summer, club couture ideas, resin art, and sublimation. And you guys, out of those 7 projects that I had laid out on my bed, none of them were spring summer. And yet spring summer got 53 votes, the highest out of everything. So now I know where my focus needs to be. The second highest was patriotic. We're going to do another patriotic project tonight, followed by club couture ideas, and then evergreen, then sublimation, Winnie the Pooh, resin art, and then Mickey and Minnie. That's where we stand right now. This helps a ton to have this information, so I really appreciate you guys filling that all out for me, okay? Thank you guys so much. Hello, everybody. Hi, Ivory. Oh, my gosh. Hi, Mary Jo. You guys, all my friends are here, so I have a fantastic project planned for tonight. At least I think that I do. I actually found something in my craft stash while I was looking at everything that has been here for years. And I have pulled this out several times to try to make it work in a project and couldn't make it work and put it back up there and stared at it and stared at it. And today I think I finally have a use for this stuff. So let me show you what it is first. Hi, Rosie, and hi, Corey. This is what it is, you guys. I was looking for eucalyptus, and I thought that I was buying like the sprigs of eucalyptus. And what they sent me was a garland. And this thing has been up there in my stash for quite a while, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this garland piece of eucalyptus here. I finally have it, okay? Hi, Noemi. Hi, Teresa. So here's what we're going to do tonight, you guys. I'm going to actually start off by just prepping my surface before we do the actual Chalk Couture project tonight, which is going to go fast and be simple. So we're starting off with this eucalyptus garland and a 10-inch embroidery hoop. You guys have anything like that in your craft stash too? Things that you just stared at for so long and you haven't found a place or a purpose or a use for it yet? Because that's totally where I was at with this. I could not figure it out. Today we have an idea. All right, so we're going to use the eucalyptus garland, and then we're going to combine that tonight with the actual eucalyptus in the spreads, okay? So this is going to be full of greenery and fun and just all things both spring and patriotic. And I want to actually put this little piece here at the bottom. Now, if you want for this one, you could easily, and I might just do this. I think I will. Yeah, I'm going to take these apart. And I'm going to save this part of the hoop for after I boink myself in the head with it. I'm going to save this part of the hoop for another project because I really don't need anything clamped in here. So I can use this for something else later on. So look at that, you guys. Oldest grandson received 6 scallops. Holy cow! That's insane. That's incredible. I would be proud too, Christine. Wow. All right, so you guys, just the outside of a 10-inch embroidery hoop. And I'm going to go ahead and start right here on the bottom where that clamp is at. And we're going to cut some of these pieces off as well. You know, I thought I was all prepared until I have to go find my tools. So let's break some of these off of here. And just see. Let's just clip them all. Let's clip them all. Because we're probably going to use them all. And this might bury the hoop, but that's okay. That is okay. Thanks for the stars, you guys. All right. And let's take the price tag off. We don't need to leave the price tags on things. Have your craft room is full of things you're not sure what to do with. Pick one up and then just be like, I am determined to use this today, because that's what I did. And that's what I think is going to work out great for us tonight. I'm just determined to use it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to have, oh shucks, I just turned on my glue gun and it's out of battery. Thank you so much for filling out that survey, you guys. That really helps me out to understand what I need to be planning, what you guys want to see, and what I should focus on. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this eucalyptus right here, and I'm going to add a piece of this as well. Hi, Linda. You're late. I'm late too, girl. I'm always late. And then we're just going to use zip ties tonight, because I think that this is going to be something that I want to hang outside. Oh, yay. I'm so glad, Carol. You have a lot of these hoops and neat ideas. Awesome. So I'm going to use the embroidery hoops instead of hot glue, because once it gets hot outside, and it has not yet gotten hot outside here yet, you guys. It was still 46 degrees in Michigan today. Not happy about that. But we're just going to take some zip ties, and we're going to zip tie this around here. And every once in a while, wherever I add a new zip tie, I'm going to sneak in another piece of this eucalyptus just to give a cigar boxes. I don't have any cigar boxes. So every time that I have a piece of, or every time that I zip tie, I'm going to add a piece of that eucalyptus, okay? And if our zip ties show at the end, then we'll just come in and we'll glue down a couple more pieces of this smaller eucalyptus. But I think for the most part, the leaves on this are going to cover it up pretty darn well. So you guys, that's where we're starting at, okay? Just getting this, I know, 96 for you, freezing cold for me. Thanks for sprinkling, y'all. Let's grab another little piece here. And I'm trying to feed this under the leaves so we don't see those zip ties. And again, just pushing this through here, trying to get my fingers to work to go around it. Oh no, it's backwards. Ah! My zip tie got backwards. And just pulling that tight. And we're going to go ahead and pull, and we'll cut off all those extra little pieces of zip tie here in a little bit. So just going around our hoop. Now, I'm not worried about if a little bit of the hoop shows either, because it's kind of going to match what we're doing with the rest of this tonight. 104 in New Mexico. I would love that. I am so cold all the time. Like, you guys, I actually took off layers to come live. I have a t-shirt on. I've got a sweatshirt on. And all day long, I have also been walking around my house with a scarf and my house coat. Because it's cold. And I don't like the cold. Not one bit. Hi, Dina. And it's supposed to be 80 this weekend. And I am looking forward to it like you guys wouldn't believe. Friday, there's a big outside event going on in our town. And it's Family Fun Night sponsored by the schools. And so I'm taking my kids to that. And then Saturday, I have to see if I can con somebody else into letting my kids spend the night. Because I just found out that there's a comedy show going on and I want to go to the comedy show with John. But I'm afraid it might be a little bit too rated R for my kids. There might be some jokes that are just not appropriate for children. So I don't want to take them to the comedy show. So we'll see if I can. I know, right? 88 yesterday and beautiful, 48 raining today. Yeah, we're going through the same thing here, where it's warm and then it's cold and then it's warm and then it's cold. You just got home from the kids' baseball game. Did they win? Hi, Melinda. All right, you guys, we got a couple more to do here. I just got to find the ends of this. I want those 80-degree days so bad. And I have not gone out there to work on my pool as much as I wanted to, because it's just too darn cold and rainy and nasty and gloomy. And when it's nasty and gloomy and rainy, then I become nasty and gloomy. My mood definitely matches the temperature outside. Hi, Jennifer. Like all the time. All right, we're going to do one more here, and then I'm going to pull them all together right there at the end. Really trying to hide these zip ties as much as I can. Feels like fall here. Same, girl. Hi, Cassie. And I am just over it. I am so ready for summer. I'm ready for shorts. And for this cold weather to just go away permanently. And I just now realized that next week it's Memorial Day weekend. Holy cow. Hi, Logan. All right, you guys. I think I got that last zip tie zipped on there. Oh, I love this. I don't think that we need another one. Maybe we do. Yeah, we do. Right here. Just to finish that off. I don't want too much of an overlay, but I also want this to be to where it's not like flopping around right there at the end. Man. So I'm putting this one right next to the other one. All right, you guys. So we've got this. Finally had a couple of inches of rain yesterday. We also had to deal with potential tornadoes. Oh. Your schools get out next Wednesday? Girl, that's early. Oh, see, now there's probably enough here I could do it. There is. I could do 2 out of that one garland, you guys. I could do 2 out of that one garland. Oh, look at you guys. Now we have this beautiful homemade wreath. Oh. My kids don't get out until, I think, the 10th of June, and I'm glad for that, y'all. because I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. So we're just snipping off the ends of all of these zip ties after we've got them all closed. Oh, your schools get on the 22nd of June or of this month? That seems early. Oh, you guys, I love it. I love it. And now I still have a lot of this already that I already cut. We'll have to use that for something else. All right, so now we have a cute little wreath. And look, we've got another one, and we've got enough eucalyptus left that we could do another one just like this, okay? All right, so what are we going to do with this, though? We've made our little wreath piece, and we have got a product on the site right now that's currently 85% off. 85% off. You guys, 4th is the keyword. Type that in now if you haven't yet, because we're going to be using one of these shapeable banners with this tonight, and also this transfer here, which returned this year. This one has Freedom, 4th of July, Stars and Stripes, and then it's got all these stars down here. Now, here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing I want you to know. As I was creating the cart link for this about a half an hour ago, so that all you guys had the cart link, it told me there were only 10 of these left in stock. Only 10. That's what it said. 10 left in stock. I don't know how I get a number all of a sudden, but I've never seen that pop up before. So if you want this transfer, y'all, you need to get it like right now, because it will sell out tonight. Guaranteed. Oops, there goes our thing. Guaranteed it's going to sell out tonight. So let's go ahead and open this up, which is why I'm glad that we're doing this project tonight, you guys. Otherwise, I would have had the whole thing laid out and been like, oh, crap. Because on the 20th, we'll be heading to Idaho Falls for elementary graduation. I wonder if my daughter doesn't get one of those. That's not fair. There's no graduation for our 5th graders. Hi, Tracy. So we're actually going to use the one tonight that says 4th of July here right in the middle. That's awesome, though, isn't it? I love that they did that. They started showing us when there's a low stock how many are remaining. So there were only 10 left when I checked, you guys. They're going to be sold out before this live tutorial is even over. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right. So this is the shapeable banner. These are 85% off right now if you're a Perks member or a designer. If you're not a Perks member, you want to join, because that's how you get the best deals of everything all day, every day. You get 30% off on the site. And then you get special deals like the up to 85% off sale right now, which is huge. It's a huge big deal. Your cart right now could very easily go from $100 as a non-Perks member down to like $30 as a Perks member if you've got the sale items in your cart. I got a lot of sleep, you guys. I did. I was actually asleep before 9:30 last night. I woke up before my alarm. I took a shower long enough to shave my legs this morning. I was off to a great start. Oh, they don't do elementary graduations anymore here. My sister got a kindergarten graduation back in the 80s, and I never got that either. They stopped that before I had a chance. And she's only 2 years older than me. All right, you guys, 4th of July, we're going to use another piece too. We're going to use 3 different colors tonight with this. So we're going to use red, we're going to use white, and we're going to use blue, okay? And these fit on here just perfectly. I actually think that these were made for these banners. We're just going to press that down on there. You don't have to fuzz it first because this is technically a textile, but since we're not going to wash it, we don't have to use ink. So we're going to use bright white paste, cadet paste, and cherry, okay? And that is so not centered. Oh, Carol, lucky you. She says hair doesn't grow on her legs or on her arms. I mean, or under her arms. Lucky you, girl. Lucky, lucky. It's a burlap. It's a burlap. You can use ink on here if you want to, but I'm just going to use paste because, well, I'm never going to wash it. Never going to wash it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab out our squeegee here, and I'm actually going to use another piece of that too. And we're going to go ahead and do the 4th and the word July in bright white, and we're going to do that star right there in that cadet blue. So I'm just picking up a little bit of this on my squeegee. Can you guys see it? I got all my stuff in the way. And we're just going to put this right through the transfer. You're not trying to press down though, y'all. All you have to do is just glide it across and let it fall into the silk screen where it needs to go. If you press down, you can create air bubbles. I would rather see you make 2 or 3 passes over it with a light hand to make sure that it's covered than to press down and create air bubbles underneath. Come to Florida because it's hot down there. I would love to go back to Florida. We were in Florida when we went on that cruise, and we had an opportunity to come back to Chicago and wait for our next flight out of Chicago, or stay in Florida and wait for that. Like, we could have taken an earlier flight out of Florida back to Chicago and then waited an extra 4 hours in Chicago. Or we could just stay on the flight that we had in Florida and stay in Florida for an extra 4 hours. You guys, we were smart and we stayed in Florida. You just now tried to put it in your cart and it said what? It says 10 in stock, but told you out of stock. Oh no! I think those 10 are gone already, y'all. I knew it wasn't going to last long. I knew even coming live with it was going to be, but it's my only chance to be able to use it. All right, we're going to do cadet blue for the star right there in the middle. And I want to try to go in the middle first and get those letters as well as I can, and then come back and do the rest of it. That'll hold those letters down and hopefully stop anything from bleeding underneath it, okay? So there we have our 4th of July. We're going to go ahead and pull this up slowly. We can always lay it back down and add more paste if we need to. But you guys, look how awesome it is! All right, we're not done with this yet. Not quite done with this yet. We're going to grab the stars off that transfer after we dry this up. And we're going to create a line of stars on each side of this using that cherry red. Hi, Pam. I want to make sure this is good and dry first. I missed that Carol volunteered at the food pantry today and left a... It stopped at left a hoe. Oh no! See, that's why I said you guys have got to hurry. I knew it was going to be out of stock really quickly. Really quickly. When I said 10 left, I meant it. We're going to keep going anyway for those of you who might already have this one. or those of you who just ordered it. You can also maybe see if you've got other transfers in your supply that would also work for these banners. I'm sure there are plenty of other ones that you can make work, and you can make this work for all sorts of different holidays. Hi, Karen. All right, so we're going to grab this little star pattern here, and I'm going to put this above the 4th of July. Make sure it's lined up. And then we're going to bring it back down again, and we're going to do it below. Funny, because I was on the fence about ordering that one last week, and I didn't. Ah! See? You snooze, you lose, girl. I'm sorry. And I don't have any extra ones of this one either. I know I don't. All right, you guys, very carefully, we're going to add these red stars. Ooh, way too much paste. To the top and to the bottom. Now, if you're afraid that you're going to go off of your transfer, you could tape the top and bottom of this piece just to make sure that you don't accidentally get it anywhere on the banner that you don't want it to be. And I do recommend that if you're just starting off, that you use some tape. Tape things off so that you don't make any accidents, have any boo-boos that you got to try to fix. Hi, Loretta, you please 3 orders. Yep, you could use wide plain ribbon. You sure could instead of these stars right here if you wanted to use ribbon. We're going to be adding some ribbon to this project, though, in just a little bit here. Not this part, but. All right, you guys, let's see how this looks. I have an overabundance of paste on here, though. Yes! You guys, look at how awesome that is. Now, I'm going to attempt to put this back down again and do it again without washing it. Keep myself really busy getting everything going on. Have to get fire marshal to your house tomorrow. After I can't read past that. It only lets me read so far. All right, I'm going with it wherever I just laid it down. Hopefully, hi Dottie. The only thing is that the second coat, if you don't wash your transfer first, it's harder to tell if you missed any spots. Because you've already got that red in the silk screen. So hopefully this one turns out just as well. You still have issues with your ink. The transfer is called Patriotic Banners. There we have it, you guys. Look how cute that is. I love it. Okay, let me spray them both down so I can wash them at my sink a little bit later. Hi, Becky. How's the weather upstate? Because with it being 43 degrees here, I would not be surprised if it was snowing at your house again. It's so cold. Thank you. Hi, Karen. Yeah, please keep us posted, Tracy. All right, you guys, now here's the awesome thing about these banners is that they're bendable. They have a wire on the top and a wire on the bottom. So you can actually bend these in different ways to give them a little bit of wave. And I'm just going to kind of pinch it right there. You guys see that? Just to give it a little bit of wave on each side. Pinch it down slightly and then pinch it right back up. Maybe that's too much. We can straighten it back out a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of a bend. Okay, and you can make these. We've had snow flurries. Oh, still having snow flurries. That's horrible. So you can give these things a little bit of a bend. You can give them a big bend if you want to, but it just adds a little bit more dimension to that banner itself. And it's going to make it stick up a little bit farther from your project. All right, here we go. Let's bring this baby back out. Let's make sure we've got the bottom of it where the bottom of it goes. And we're going to just have to figure out how to attach this thing now. Probably going to be hot glue. Ooh, that's not straight. Hot glue, or I could punch a hole in this and I could use some string or a zip tie. I think hot glue is probably the way to go though. And kind of tuck it right underneath some of those greenery pieces, just so those kind of come over. What do you guys think? Yeah, we're going to glue it down. Thank you. We're just going to glue it down. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue on here. I could add some holes in here and zip tie it. Did you try your... Carol, I honestly wasn't sure quite what that was. I thought it might be a can holder, and then I'm like, what? Is my paste supposed to go in here? Is this supposed to be for something? I wasn't quite sure. I did not try it yet, but I will. I definitely will. Hopefully I've got enough contact. The glue's still really hot though. The glue is still really hot. It's only 51 for you. Girl, it is cold. And Pam's over here sweating, swimming in 2 pools at one time. Over there in Arizona, making me jealous, talking about the pools. Okay, I just got to let that glue dry a little bit. I think it... Not quite dry over here. All right. So far, this is what we have. So far. But now we've got to add a little bit more to this. Just to really make this pop. So what we're going to start off by doing is adding a bow right to the bottom. Okay. I have 3 different colors of ribbon that I found that I think are going to go fantastic together. Evan actually helped me pick out these colors tonight. So I happened to find one piece of leftover of this particular ribbon. This is all I had left, and it's the perfect amount to do this project. It's just a, I don't know, it's like a country plaid with stars. Yeah, these are little finger protectors for hot glue. That way you don't burn your hands. And then we're also going to use this red checkered pattern one that I got from the Sam's Club. And this one right here was Christmas, but I just loved it. It's a blue that's got like a shiny, shimmery glitter to it. And I think that these three together are going to go really, really well. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start off first. Probably with the red and the blue one. And I think what I want to do, I'm going to cut this piece. Thank you. I'm going to cut this piece right here. I don't know how long that is. We're going to go about 22 inches, you guys, about 22 inches with this one. Let's make this one about 20 inches. Sure. Somewhere in there. And now we're going to roll it over anyway. So it's really not going to matter. So there's two shapeable banners on the site, Hope. You want to follow the link for the one that that I'm using in this project. It's the 6 1/4 by 47 inches. No. That's the, oh my gosh, I put the wrong one in the cart link. Oh, you guys don't tell me this thing's out of stock too. See? I thought this was the smaller one. Well, if you get the bigger one, you can just dovetail the ends of it and make it 2. But you are absolutely right that that one is much larger. But it is on sale. So you could easily take that one and then just make a dovetail on that end and cut it into 2 pieces. And that'll totally work. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. The smaller one is out of stock. It's only the bigger one that's in there, and I didn't look at the dimensions of it, apparently. I looked at the price and thought, ooh, that must be the small one. All right, we're going to make this one right here just slightly shorter than the other two. No, we're not. No, we're not. Sorry, y'all. See, I got excited and I lost my mind and didn't pay attention. I cut this way longer than I should have. All right, we're going to fold this over and we're going to glue. We are going to add flowers, yes. I gave you an inches, and then I'm folding it way, 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 way shorter. So I'm just gluing that together, just like that. We're going to do the same thing with this one and make it smaller than the other. Just slightly. I don't want them to be too terribly big. I think I got excited because I finally came up with something. The one that I'm using is 14 inches maybe? Less than that, 12 inches? 12, probably 12. All right, and then for this one here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to make our loop smaller than the others, but we're going to do Oh my gosh, you guys, we're just going to do it all the same way. I'm going to cut this one even smaller. I'm trying to figure it out. You guys, bow making is not my forte, but I try, and for somehow they usually turn out pretty darn well. So we're just going to go with it. I make it up as I go. All right, so we're starting off with 3 loops. We've got a bigger red loop, like this. Okay. We have a smaller blue loop, like this. All right, and then we've got an even smaller of this loop here, like that. Okay, and we're just going to stack these together for right now, just like this. And then we're going to cut a few more pieces. Okay. So this piece here, thank you. I totally just kind of make it happen though, somehow. We're going to take this piece here and we're going to make another piece here. These are all going to be the same length. We can cut them shorter if we want to later. I love the country primitive one too, and I wish I had more. I got to go back to Sam's Club and find more ribbon for sure. Here we go, the loop-de-loop. That's right. And then we're going to put a little bit of red right in the middle, I think. All right, so I'm going to grab one more piece here. I'm going to cut it a little bit long. This is the red one. And there's all the pieces. All right, so now we're going to take these ones here. We're going to stack them. And I'm going to put the bigger one in the back this time. We're just stacking all of these. And then I'm just going to take this piece here and we're going to fold it down just like this. You guys, we're going to make a really, really, really easy bow tonight. So these are going to end up being our tails. And these are our loops, okay? So we're going to put this together. Take all 3 of these pieces at the same time. We're going to start in the middle right here, and we're just going to crunch it together. Just like so, right in the middle. Make like a bow tie with it. And then we're going to put that right on top of right where we've got these pieces here. And then we can use our zip tie and just zip tie the whole thing right together. Here we go, loop-de-loop. So hopefully that's easy enough for you guys. We're just making loops and making tails. Find the center point and put them all together. Pull that really tight. So now this is what we've got, you guys. Some big, long tails. We can kind of fan these out if we want to. And we've got some loops. Tuck your tails behind your legs. And then all we've got to do is just fluff out our loops here a little bit. And we're going to add something right to the middle there. That extra piece. I'm going to separate those two. I think that's so stinking cute. All right, now we're going to take this piece here and I'm just going to tie it right into a knot in the front. Just like that. We're going to put that knot right in the middle there and we're just going to tie this right on the back after we cut the rest of that zip tie off. And this is going to give us a cover for that zip tie. Carol's drinking wine tonight, I think. I'm going to stick a little bit of hot glue underneath there, though, so that my knot, when I pull it tight, will stick down to that glue, and then we can cut off any excess if we need to. All right, so now we've got, look at that, you guys, a very pretty bow, and it was easy. We just made loops, we made tails. We put them together, and then we can dovetail our ends however we want. Thank you. Oh! All right, I do think I want to make these a little bit shorter, but we're still going to keep them pretty long. Right about there. So to dovetail, if you've not done this before, all you have to do to dovetail your ribbon is just fold it in half. And then this is your folded side and this is your edge side. Okay, you're just going to take your folded side and cut from your folded side out to make that dovetail. And then I didn't cut that short enough. So simple and easy to do. Fold it in half, cut from the folded side out. And it's okay if they're not all the same length. Oh, that does look really pretty. All right, we're going to glue this right down on there. Now, I could also use a zip tie. Let me see if I can use a zip tie. I think I can. I probably should have put this in there before I glued it. Well, we can just make another knot. And put the zip tie right in there like that. Oh, I did the zip tie backwards again. Okay, good. All right, let's zip tie this baby right on here. Right to the bottom. To make sure that it stays. Oh, I love it so far. Okay, so there we have it so far. We can fan these out a little bit more now that it's been zip tied. And make our bow a little better. And it's all wired ribbon, so you can make it go wherever you want it to go. But, you guys, how stinking cute, right? All right, last but not least, we're going to add a couple of flowers on here just because we love flowers. And I think I want to go smaller. I only have 2 red ones. So we're definitely going to start off by putting the red ones on here because I only have 2. And we're just going to cut these right at the base. And glue these right in here. Oh my goodness, I love these. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's see if we can find, we've got these smaller white ones we can use. And it looks like I've got 2 sets of 3s. Let's tuck those in right there. And then we'll add a little bit. Rose is our June flower of the month. Oh, awesome. I need to get more of it in that color, though. For sure need to get some more. Now, I've got these little blue ones, too. So I think we're just going to do the one big red one. And then we can add a little bit of white. Oh, yeah. I think that this looks fantastic. I'm loving how this is coming together. With that red, white, and blue in there. And just kind of tucking those down. And I just got to refluff my bow again. Bow fluffing is never ending. Almost like laundry. All right, you guys, I think we've got a finished product, and I think it looks spectacular. What do you guys think about it? Super cute, very festive for 4th of July, very patriotic. This would look great hanging on your door, anywhere that you might want to put it. And I love that this ribbon that I found also matches the burlap up here. That's why I really wanted to use that one. And you guys, it was just an embroidery hoop and some eucalyptus that I had no idea what I was going to do with it. And look at how cute that turned out. Yay! So I can add a hanger to this or anything else. Or because it's a hoop, I can actually just hook this right on my door like this without even putting a hanger on there. So there we have it, you guys. There's our project for tonight. 4th is the keyword, F-O-U-R-T-H. It does look like some of these supplies are now out of stock. I came on here knowing that they were low stock, but either I showed the product, either I showed the project tonight or I didn't get to show it at all. So there we have it. I hope that you guys, if you create the same one because you've already got the transfer, I would love to see it, or your version or your rendition of it. And as always, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I love you all so much. Message me if you need anything at all, and I'll get back with you as quickly as I can. You guys have a great night, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow, maybe with a spring project, because that was the top vote for our poll tonight, right? All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Pausing for a picture.